Hey guys, it's Jimmy Bremner and Dexter the boy, CTOA, and we're on the urban trail. Um, Getting dusk into the evening now, and a little cooler, right? And again, if you look, you can see the canopy is starting to strip away, and the leaves are starting to turn color. And not only am I wearing my proprietary polo gear jacket, um, but as well, I'm just a little bit warmer today. Um, because it won't be long now, before it gets quite cold out. So, what I want you to remember is that acronym, and I'll do it again. I'll demonstrate it practically. The acronym COLD. Okay, so your clothes need to be clean. Okay, as much as possible, and keep the mud and the dirt out of it because then they don't insulate as well. Uh, O is overheating. Okay, so as soon as you start seeing that you're going to sweat, you need to take layers off. And you know what? If you're layered, okay, your first line of defense against the elements is your clothing. Okay, so if you're layered, you can always strip layers off. But if you don't have that gear with you, you can't put it on. So it's important that you carry that gear with you. But remember, overheating, just take it off, sweat goes away, put it back on. I'll be honest with you. I'm almost into long john weather. I know some of you can wear your shorts into November, but I can't do it. So, and again, if you get damp, Gore-Tex, you name it, doesn't matter. If you get damp, you're in a bad way. Okay, so again, clean, overheating, and layered. Okay, so that's your L, layered. Make sure that you're layered. Okay, with your clothing. You should always have like a rain stop or a windbreak in that layering somewhere, because the if it's waterproof, then it's like windproof as well. So it's important that you have that. And if it's not raining, you don't have to wear it, but it's important that you have that capability to stay dry. And again, a poncho is a great thing to have. I showed you my Tasmanian tiger poncho many times. So make sure that you have that. And so now we're at the D, okay? And make sure your things are dry. So if you happen to, I'll show you this in the winter. I think I did it last time. But if you happen to fall in the water in the winter, like break through the ice crossing a small creek, something like that, the best thing you can do when you're out of that creek is to get snow and pack it on that wet leg or whatever, because it'll draw the water out. And then the next thing you have to do is get a fire going, because you need to get those clothes dry as possible, again, as fast as possible. Like when you're around camp, there is a way that you can clean your clothes with smoke around a fire. That helps. I showed you my dry bags many times, and you can actually do your laundry in a dry bag. So again, if you're proximate to water, you can actually do a laundry with a dry bag. So a dry bag is an important thing to carry with you, right? So as I said, it's fall. The colors are changing, so we've got to dress for that. And more importantly, you have to dress for the weather. And as I said, your clothing is your first line of defense against the elements, right? I'd rather have more than less when it comes to self-preservation against the elements. Probably the last thing I'll cover off, and I'll do my Jeep or my Xterra loadout. I'm looking at the catastrophe in North and South Carolina, where I've traveled, and they're both beautiful states, and the devastation is unbelievable. You know, so check that out. You know, if you're charitable and you need to, you know, have a need, that's probably the best place we can send money right now. And again, Florida's going to get hit within the next day and a half. So it's pretty difficult for a lot of people down there. It's very remote, and a lot of the assistance is actually going in on horseback now. I mean, it's that remote. So that said, again, when you get to your vehicles, I mean, we had a pretty big flood in July here in the GTA. We've got winter coming up, and simply if you're not prepared for these things, you don't have certain things in your vehicle, you don't have certain things in your house. I'm not talking about prepping and, you know, the end of the world. I'm talking common sense. Okay, so having you know, candles, you know, some water, you know, if you have a generator, your gas, your propane, whatever it might be, but you got to make sure that you have those contingencies with you to get through, you know, a blackout or a snowstorm or whatever it might be, right? So make sure you're networking. Okay, as we get older, it's harder and harder to shovel a driveway and things like that. So make sure you're networking with your neighbors. And, you know, if you shovel a driveway, I will help you with this type of thing. Sorry, the wind's blowing now. I'm moving the camera around. Train's going by, so now it's going to get a little bit loud. But like I say, today is just a catch up, and we're talking about preparing for the fall and the winter. The acronym is COLD: clean, overheating, layered, and dry. If you remember those simple things, you'll be good. And as I said, you're always better to have it, you know, than need it and not have it, right? So make sure that you're prepared for the day when you go out. You know, again, something simple like an umbrella. But just make sure that you have those things there, because make your life a lot less miserable. Okay, so that's it. It's Jimmy Bremner and Dexter the boy. Come here. Come here. Dexter the boy, CTOA Urban Trail. Thank you very much. Oh, see, like, subscribe, notifications, and please comment. Okay, thanks very much, Jimmy Bremner, Dexter, and we're out.